Hello, John here, and this is part 12 of Tutorial 35, where we are writing our Neptune Lander in assembly language. And in this video we're going to try and figure out where our landing zones are. And if you remember way back when dinosaurs ruled the earth, when I did the basic program, we moved the lunar lander around manually by hand to find the safe zones. So this is what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to add some debug code to allow us to move the lander around manually, not using any of the gravity engine or anything like that, just basically to move the lander around and to determine whether we have collided or not and stuff like that. So if we jump to the code, here we go. So what we're going to do, we want to have a Neptune Lander here. In here we want to put in a flag that says we're in debug mode. So we bypass this, bypass that, and update sprite position. Do we need that? Update sprite position. So that's just setting the positions of everything. Yep. So we can use that. And back. So we can use that. Did we collide? Let's see, can we use that? So this is doing, and it's setting the did we collide, so we can use that as well. So what we want to do is we just want to bypass this and create another input on an update, because we want to be able to control it with the joystick things, just basically so we can move the lander around, figure out the X and Y points. And then when we've got it in the right place, get it to tell us what the X and Y point of the sprite is. So let's do the first thing. We need a copy of that. So we're in Game Lander, so here is the code. So let's copy that. Paste it there. Now read input and update variables. Debug. In fact, here we go. Debug read. There we go. So we don't need this because we're not testing the fuel. So we're just getting the input. So we're getting the input, and now we're saying is it left? Is it left? So what we need to do is that's increasing the horizontal velocity. Now we don't want to do that. What we want to do is just move the lander. Basically just to move the lander. So if we go back into where we say update sprite, so we're doing update sprite, set the position. So it's lander X low, lander Y. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Lander XO, lander Y. So we need to set some bytes up. demo mode. Oops. And we're going to set that to byte 255. If it's 0, that's normal mode, and demo increment, we're going to set it to 1, byte 1. So that means that we're going to increment everything by 1. So what we need to do here is add, and we're not doing 16-bit, we're doing 8-bit. Let's just make sure, libmath 8-bit. So the address of the first, address of the second, yep. So 8-bit, and we are taking, so this is going left, isn't it? Left is that way, so minusing. So sub 8-bit, and it's Lander X low, and we are minusing demo increment. And we're putting it back into Lander X low. So we'll get rid of this round line because that doesn't mean anything now. And we're not going to do the fuel consumption. And we're going to do the same thing here. So this is going right. But this is not sub, this is add. There we go. We need some more now. Because we're going to want to go up and down. So instead of test fire, test up. So grab that to there. At test up. Paste it in. So up. Game port mask up. We'll just check that. Input. Game port mask. Game port up mask. That's it. And then it's then down. This is going to be down. And this is going to be test fire. So if it's up, then it's Y. Y. Demo increment. So we're taking 1 off it. And if it's down, we are adding Y. Y. And then we're testing for fire, and what we want fire to do is to put on the screen what the X and Y coordinates are. So then it's no input, so we need to get rid of this, and we need to print the coordinates to the screen. Now we can use the basic routine for that. Where's my routines? Did I import them? I've got the constants. Did I import the routines into it? It doesn't look like it. Right, give me a second, because I think it's DDBD. I think. Hang on. Right, got the old faithful book out. which is Programming the 64 by His Majesty Ray West, and I think it's DB. Well, that's the kernel, right? BD. Do I sound like Buck Rogers Robot? BD. Right, line print. Here we go. BDCD. There we go. That's what we want. And what BDCD does is outputs a 16-bit number between 0 and 65535. So I think Y is low, A is high. No, I think A is high, Y is... No, A is low, Y is high, I think. So, if we fire, we want to print. So, constants. Have I put any characters in there? Character constants in there? No. Got the kernel constants in there, which is a good thing. Right. So I want to print to home. Now, where's the character set? Character set, here we go. Right, home is character 19. Character 19 is home. So, LDA hash, where's hash? There it is. 19. And we're going to paste it to, where are we? Character out. That's the one we want. So JSR character out. So that's going to send the cursor to the top corner. Then we're going to load LDA with Lander Y. Yep, Lander Y. LDY hash naught. Because that's the high byte. And then JSR DB, or did I say DC? Put the book away now, hang on. Well thumbed book that the pages are falling out. Okay, where are we? DBCD. DB. So I've done that. DBCD. So that's going to print the Y. Do the same for the X. There we go. Now you've gone and said, everybody's going, why you got a big gap? Because I want to put in a comma, so we can differentiate between the two numbers. So comma is character code. Where's the commas? 44. 44. So that means we've printed it out, printed the two coordinates, so I better put them the other way around, and X low, so it's X and Y, so we don't get confused. Right. And if there's no input, so no input, input processed, so we don't need all that. So it's at input finished. So we don't need all this. It's not working out gravity. Oh, what a plank. What a plank. Changed the wrong routine. Okay, never mind. Copy that. Put it there. Take debug out of that. Put debug in there. Debug. Sorted. Having to mess around. So we go there. Just make sure this hasn't been changed. No, that's okay. Right, so no mask, compare no mask. Input finish, no input. We don't need to do that at all. Just need to be turned out. So in the lander code here, up here, we need to load. What's the? I forgot what did we call it? Demo mode. So when it comes through, load demo mode, compare it with hash 255, and then make it come here at not in demo mode. So branch not equal to at not in demo mode. If it is in demo mode, then we can jump to the debug. So debug mode, and because then we can run these two as well. We could also print out the flag for have we collided. So we'll do that as well. So game lander. So print another comma. That's it. Cut. Paste that there. That's it. So it's going to give us X, Y, and whether we've collided with the border. Because that's going to be our test. So did we collide with the scene? And then we need to miss all of this layout. So we can jump to game loop. Yeah. Jump, game looper. Right. Let's see if I'm right, or let's see if I've bust it. So you're going to remember I've mapped up the joystick up, down, left, right, so we can directly move the lander up, down, left and right, and fire is going to give us the X, Y and whether we've hit the collision. Now we seem to have an error. We have lots of errors. Oh. Oh, Lunar Lander. Oh. Dough. Okay. Huh. Oh, it doesn't like it. Control V, isn't it? Oh. Control V. Control V. Oh, something's on. Let's get rid of that. Huh? Why am I jumping lines? Okay, what have I done? What is on? I've pressed a character and I have no idea what I've pressed. Okay. What is going on? What have I pressed? That's better. Oh, got myself all worked up then. Right. Well, that's no good. Luna. New keyboard. Right. Should be okay now. F5. See if we broke it again. And of course we have, because we're on the wrong bit. Here we go. There's a second pass, so I must be on a winner. Okay. Hello, John here. The reason why I've inserted myself into this video is it's well past 10 o'clock at night, editing the video, and I was, after the emulator had fired up, I couldn't understand why I couldn't hear any sounds. I couldn't hear me talking, or even any sounds coming out the emulator, or even keyboard sounds from the mic, which is up here, capturing the keyboard sounds. So I've stopped editing it, and I've played the raw footage, raw footage, and it's complete silence. It goes, the emulator goes boing, and then that's it. The sound just goes silent. No hiss, no no microphone hiss, anything. Absolutely gutted, because this is a 49-minute video, and after 24 minutes it goes silent, so half of the video is just in utter silence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand back to the video, but I'll ramp up the music because there's no sound. It didn't record any sound whatsoever, but I'll double the speed of it so you can see what I was getting up to, but there'll be no discussion. I thought of doing a voiceover, but I'm not very good at voiceovers, to be honest. I like to talk while I'm doing it, especially when the sound's gone. You're not quite sure what I'm going. You know, did I get a book out to read, to find bits and stuff like that? I just don't know. So I'm going to do that. It's a bit annoying. I should have really checked it. It was recorded at like 2 o'clock in the morning when I did it. So I don't want you to miss out on the rest of the video, but there's just going to be no talking. So I'll just ramp up the music. I'll play it at double speed so that it's only an extra 10 minutes after that, and I'll have to check the next one. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's just the once that's done it. Anyway, because of that, I'll say, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you dislike the video, I will understand on this one because the sound packed in. Always leave me a comment, because I endeavour to reply to them all. And if you'd like to support the channel, please do become a patron of this channel. Oh, this chair's squeaky. I'm going to have to sort this chair out. Brand new chair as well. Stupid thing. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, if you'd like to be a patron and support the channel, please do so. All the money comes back to the channel. And with that, I'll pass you back to the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. I'd like to thank all the patrons that are contributing to my channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.